You know, in the South, we have a few plants that we can kind of consider to be part of our heritage. You have your gardenias, your magnolias, your honeysuckle, and your jasmine. And then in the fall, we love our chrysanthemums, mums, we call them. And then in the spring and the early summer, we love our daylilies. And, you know, one of the extraordinary things about daylilies, well, some of the extraordinary things about daylilies is they grow exponentially fast. They divide and they continue to get more and more. This entire hedge of daylilies actually just started from 3 small plants, and you know, we planted them in the ground, kept them in the ground for 3 years, divided them up and made this hedge out of them. And they had 1 more year to go. After next year, we'll divide them up again and make another hedge out of them. But it's beyond growing super fast. One of the things is they are tremendously insect and disease resistant. And one of the things I wanted to illustrate for you here is this is a variation of a black-eyed Susan that we have in our garden. And if you can tell, it's pretty humid, and we've got a lot of mildew growing on these black-eyed Susans. It doesn't seem to hurt the plant. This particular seed variety is pretty resistant to mildew. Oddly enough, you know, this is the original form of the black-eyed Susans that we have, and then they've mutated in generations, and they've multi-tufted black-eyed Susans. So it's pretty interesting. But this mildew here, not at all affecting the daylilies. And people may sit back and think about daylilies and think, well, they're not all that exciting. You know, this yellow color here that we have, this pale yellow, you know, I remember my grandmother having this. Well, to be honest with you, if you don't think daylilies are exciting, you probably really haven't been keeping up with some of the new hybridization that they have, because some of these hybrid daylilies are just ripe for color. And you know, this peach variety here, as you can tell, that thing is just full of buds getting ready to burst open. You know, you've got your multicolored daylilies here coming out. You know, they've got all these different hues of purple and yellow, and you know, they mix together, and it's just phenomenal color that it adds to your garden. You know, I'm kind of partial here to the dark purple color. You know, I really enjoy that. You know, just the colors now that these daylilies can add into your garden beds, bang for the buck. You know, you get down at a street view and you look through the garden bed, and it's just tons of color that daylilies can add into your garden beds. So it's not necessarily grandma's old single color daylilies anymore that just don't put any punch in your garden. You know, you go out and get into some of these new hybridized versions of daylilies, and it can really add some exciting color into your garden bed. Extraordinarily low maintenance. If you're looking to put a garden together that you want to have to do minimal maintenance on with maximum color, I couldn't recommend any plant better that's gonna go ahead and bloom in the late spring, early summer for you than the daylilies that are out there on the market today. So, my Tabor City home, get you some daylilies. They're well worth it, and I think you'll enjoy them.